See the money won't stay for your meal, getting all the piece of pie for your wife. Everybody wanna know how it feels. Everybody wanna see what it's like. Leaving in a big house, I don't mind. Me and Misty is the one that was the making money. Alright. Greenback Boogie.
What is this?
High-profile client wants a review on the best grilled cheese from the East Side.
Is this some kind of joke to you? You know I don't know the East Side. What do you expect me to do?
You're Bobab. You've dealt with bigger cases than this. What's the next move?
Just come with me. What do you expect me to do with the case on the East Side?
I know you don't usually deal with cases on the East Side, but I've decided to get you some help with it.
No, you didn't.
George knows his way around the East Side. He's been over there for over 20 years.
Then George should know that I have no business coming back to the East Side.
Hey, buddy. I heard I have a sidekick on this case.
George, I wouldn't trust you with the grilled cheese if my life depended on it.
Bobab, we kind of do really need this case.
And if you don't get this case done, it's going to be really hard for me to recommend you as senior partner. You're one of the best reviewers that this firm has, and I trust that you'll make the right decision.
So I was thinking.
Get the hell out of my office, George.
So how do you feel you get to work with a real reviewer who knows how to get the job done? George, we both know the only reason you're on this case is because you live with the greaseballs on the East Side.
Actually, we prefer the term greasers. Wait, I have something you want.
And what's that?
We both know I know where the best spot in town is.
What's that going to cost me?
I want you to be my protege for the next 5 cases.
You're out of your mind.
Really? Because if you don't get this case done, Bobab could have cut you off himself.
How about this? You give me the spot, I will sign with you for the next 5 cases.
Is that so?
Only if you agree to make me a permanent partner for this firm.
Your loss. Have fun being stuck with me. 317 Main Street, Farmingdale.
George, my first order of business as partner, I'm reassigning your next 5 cases to Julie.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bobab back at it again with another grilled cheese review. Today, we're at 317 Main in Farmingdale Village. You know, I'm really excited about this place. Once again, another amazing recommendation by my wonderful, beautiful English teacher, Miss Jabor. Today, I'm holding a couple of guests, Julie Ordonez, Sarah Goebel. They're incredibly excited just to be here for the ride. I've heard great things about this place. I called earlier. They said, you know, our specialty at 317 Main is anything off the grill. And I said, does that include grilled cheese? And they said, of course it does. So that's why I'm here. I'm ready to just dig in. Had a little conversation with the chef just before we started recording. I mean, they're aware of my presence here. I like to see that. I like when a place kind of takes care, they know what they're doing. Speaking of taking care and know what they're doing, I just want to point one thing out. As some of my more loyal fans may know, I'm a big fan of this. I'm a huge fan of this. Horizontal stripe kind of breaks the mold, it does something for me. It does something so special. It's not like other places, and that's what I like to see. I like places just that kind of step outside of the box. And with that being said, I'll see you guys when the grilled cheese is out. One thing I gotta say is I gotta hand it to whoever designed this this little eating room, because this is some of the most beautiful that I've ever seen in my entire life. It gives a very like rustic look. It's very like Billy Joel, are you comfortable with your current moving situation kind of thing. There's just a lot of like old signery. a lot of 317 Maine. They got a chalkboard with all the craft beers. I mean, it went the extra mile in terms of high middle class Long Island food establishments. I'm really thoroughly impressed.
Mama, if that's moving up, then I'm moving out. I'm moving out.
One thing that I don't see a lot around here is a constant stream like that. You know, one thing that I'm a huge fan of is good plumbing. You don't got good plumbing? How am I going to release the grilled cheese in your restaurant after you've given me the best meal of my life? And I mean, I'm not saying I'm disappointed. I'm just saying it says a lot about a company. But, you know what's a little redeeming about that? I'm a huge fan of drying my hands off with an electric dryer. Gets all the water off, and then take paper towels and you really dry it. You really get in there and it's all dry. So wipe it on the butt. You know how it is. You gotta say, this bathroom, easy 8 out of 10. Yep, easy 8 out of 10. Posters, they got it all. So you guys know here at Bobab Reviews Grilled Cheese, we rate our grilled cheese on 5 things. Overall taste, presentation, grease factor, cheese consistency, and equal toasting of the bread. Looking at this grilled cheese, I mean, just look at this. It came out to me on a block of wood, got a little cloth under it. I'm really a big fan of this skewer. When I was a kid, me and my brother used to play fight with these every time we get them, because they used to look like little swords. Anyway, I wouldn't say flabbergasted, but I'm pretty impressed. Out of 5, I'm going to have to give this presentation a 5. So just so I can show you guys better, I've kind of dismantled the grilled cheese over here. If you want to take a look at that. This bread, I mean, come on. If that isn't equal toasting, I really don't know what is. I mean, I was a huge fan of the Shed. Really, huge fan. Thought it was great. That's one thing that kind of lacked in, though. I just wasn't a huge fan of their toasting of the bread. This toasting of the bread, I mean, yeah, perfect golden. Just beautiful. So for toasting of the bread, I'm going to have to give this a 5 as well. The first thing I'm going to focus on this first bite is really the cheese consistency, because I think it's a really hard thing to kind of find the perfect middle ground between a cheese that's not going to run and a cheese that's still going to be melted. This is melted and isn't running, which is kind of like the holy grail in terms of grilled cheese. So why don't we just dig in, take our first bite, okay? Wow. Wow. You know, I will say, I'm a huge fan of this Texas toast. Not exactly white bread, same kind of denomination, but made differently in the bakery apparently. Chef was telling me all about it, wouldn't shut up. So, I'm really just a big fan. It's big. My favorite bread to receive a grilled cheese on is challah bread. Some people say challah. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's challah. So, this comes pretty close. For the cheese consistency, I mean, it was just great. It didn't interfere with the bread too much at all. I was really a big fan. So for cheese consistency, I'm going to need to give this a 5. As you can see, I've kind of been messing up this grilled cheese. I'm actually a really big fan. So I may as well just go into it and give you guys the grease factor and the overall taste. The grease factor, we spoke about it a little bit in the last episode. I'm not a huge fan of greasy grilled cheese. I'm really not. But you know what is a killer? Greasy cheese on dry ass bread. I am absolutely pleased to say that this is not the case. The cheese is just as greasy as the bread. So it's just kind of like a beautiful mixture in your mouth. I'm really a huge fan. Grease factor, I'm gonna have to give this a 5. And I mean this so sincerely. I am not over-exaggerating in the slightest when I say that this is the best grilled cheese that I have had while reviewing grilled cheeses. There are only two, but I think it's going to be hard to top this one. Oh, didn't see you there. You know, I just wanted to give a couple closing remarks. I mean, this really wasn't just about the grilled cheese. It was more about the experience. I mean, everyone here was just so nice and happy to help. I'm great friends with the chef now. This is his book. He said in his next book I'll have a shout out. I'm pretty excited. Overall though, 317 Main has done me right. Really great location right on Main Street. Just a lot of glass doors on the walls and stuff. I'm a huge fan of this place overall, and I just want to thank you guys for coming on this journey with me.
Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind.